Hello, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. Bong off from and now the headlines as usual.
Trung Lương Mỹ Thuận Expressway opens to traffic. Wood furniture exports to US expected to hit $10 billion. Exhibition showcases tigers in ancient Vietnamese art.
President Nguyễn Phúc on January 19th attended a ceremony to open the main route of Trung Lương Mỹ Thuận Expressway, a key route linking the Mekong Delta with Ho Chi Minh City and localities in the southern key economic region.
Addressing the event, President Phúc hailed efforts by leaders of Tiền Giang and Đèo Cả Group, as well as relevant agencies in overcoming difficulties, especially in relocating more than 3,200 households at the project site to complete the project with high quality. He requested the construction sector to speed up the progress of Mỹ Thuận Bridge and the Mỹ Thuận Cần Thơ Expressway to complete the entire route from Trung Lương to Cần Thơ. The state leader also assigned the Ministry of Transport to make plans on the construction of expressway, railway and waterway routes linking Cần Thơ and Ho Chi Minh City. The 51.5-kilometer long expressway, which is an extension of the existing Ho Chi Minh City Trung Lương Expressway, is part of the eastern section of the North-South Expressway. Together with the under-construction Mỹ Thuận Cần Thơ Expressway, it will enable smooth transport from Ho Chi Minh City to Cần Thơ City. We will shorten travel between the cities to 2 hours from the current 3 to 4 hours.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired a government meeting on law building in Hanoi on January 19th. At the meeting, the government discussed and gave opinions on 8 law building projects and proposals. They included a draft law on road traffic amended, a proposal to develop the law on real estate business amended, a proposal to develop the law on water resources amended, and a proposal to make the law on amending and supplementing a number of articles of the law on telecommunications. Participants at the meeting agreed that the promulgation of laws not only serves management but also creates a legal corridor to promote development. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính asked the ministers and heads of sectors to pay more attention to building institutions, introducing policies, planning and mapping out development strategies of their respective sectors. He said perfecting institutions must be based on reality. He asked ministries and branches to work closely with relevant agencies, especially appraisal units, to prepare qualified documents and submit them to competent authorities. Members of the National Assembly Standing Committee on January 19th reviewed the outcomes of the National Assembly's first extraordinary session and agreed that the session was a success, showing the legislature's renovation with operations becoming deeper and closer to the people and reality.
Addressing the event, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ said that the organization of the legislature's first extraordinary session showed the high determination and renovation spirit of the legislature in implementing its tasks. He stressed that the country might miss opportunities if decisions on many issues were not given at the first extraordinary session, but delayed to May when the plenary session of the National Assembly takes place as normal. The top legislator underscored the need to promptly and efficiently realize resolutions adopted at the session and withdraw lessons from its organization. Also on January 19 morning, National Assembly Standing Committee members gave ideas on the supplements to the Foreign Capital Investment Plan from the investment that has yet to be allocated and the draft mid-term public investment in the 2021-2025 period for projects by ministries, central agencies, and localities.
Following the passing of a $15 billion economic recovery package, the government is considering the implementation of a cut to value-added tax.
As part of the stimulus program, VAT for applicable goods and services will be cut down to 8% in 2022, down 2% from current rate, with a reduction set to begin from February. The move has been said to amount to a $2.17 billion tax break for businesses, nearly 3 times the tax cut they received throughout 2021, according to the Ministry of Finance. The ministry said the government favored VAT reduction over income tax reduction because the VAT cut will help all businesses, not just those who reported profit. According to the ministry, a majority of firms would be eligible for the VAT cut, with the exceptions of firms in the fields of telecommunications, banking and finance, and property development, among others.
Despite pandemic-caused difficulties, Vietnam still posted trade surplus of $4 billion, an expressive achievement partly attributed to free trade agreements, especially the new generation ones.
Statistics show the trade turnover $668.5 billion in 2021, rising 22.6% from previous year. Notably, exports increased 19%, helping maintain a trade surplus for the 6th consecutive year. Shipments to the markets having FTAs with Vietnam posted growth last year, including China 15%, the US 24.2%, and followed by EU, ASEAN, the Republic of Korea, India, New Zealand, and Australia. In particular, the new generation FTAs such as the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, the EU-Vietnam FTA, and the UK-Vietnam FTA are being enforced comprehensively and effectively. In 2022, bilateral and multilateral FTAs, including Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership that took effect on January 1st, will continue to give an impetus to Vietnam's economic growth.
Export revenue of wood and furniture to the U.S. market is predicted to reach $10 billion in 2022, thanks to the development trend from 2021. According to the General Department of Vietnam Customs, the export of the products to the U.S. surged 22.4% in 2021 to $8.8 billion, 87.6% of which came from wooden furniture. Industry insiders attributed the results to efforts of businesses in maintaining productions and effective support from the government amid difficulties caused by the COVID-19, holding that this expansion trend will continue in 2022. However, they point out that the sector will still face many challenges, including trade remedies and shortage of containers, as well as high logistics costs. On average, the cost of each container to be transported to the U.S. is $20,000 to $30,000, 4 times that in previous years. The U.S.-based Fibra2 fashion portal has recently run an article highlighting several foreign financial organizations' relatively positive predictions for Vietnam's economy.
The article wrote that Standard Chartered Bank recently forecast that Vietnam's gross domestic product growth will be 6.7% this year and 7% in 2023. Fibra2 Fashion quoted Tim Lila, economist for Thailand and Vietnam at Standard Chartered, as saying that the Vietnamese economy should continue to bounce back in 2022 as the pandemic improves. Meanwhile, in its recent Vietnam at a Glance report, the HSBC said after 2 years of growth slowdown, Vietnam's economic growth will accelerate to reach 6.5% in 2022, the U.S. portal stressed. It noted that Vietnam has recovered steadily after hitting bottom in 2021, and it will retain growth momentum in all aspects soon. According to HSBC, the biggest obstacle needing attention now is the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak, but it is encouraging that vaccination in Vietnam has been much improved, enough for avoiding another period of widespread social distancing.
An exhibition highlighting tigers in ancient Vietnamese art has opened recently at the Vietnam National Museum of History.
Held in celebration of the upcoming Year of the Tiger, the exhibition is being duly arranged by the museum, the Hung King's Temple Historical Relic Site, and collectors. A show of more than 30 exhibits, documents, and images featuring tigers throughout the more than 2,000 years of the country's art history, revealing that tigers were widely portrayed in ancient pottery, carvings, and folk paintings, among others.
This is the first time we have systemized images of tigers during the more than 2,000 years of art history in Vietnam. Tigers were worshipped by many people from prehistoric times, to whom King's Temple historical site gives a special artifact from the Dom Son culture, as sculptures of a tiger in a hunting position.
The exhibition will help the public understand more about the depiction of tigers in Vietnamese art and why the tiger is one with the zodiac animals. It is open until August the 31st.
New York Times has included Red River Delta, home to long-standing craft villages and a century-old cultural heritage, in its annual list of 52 best places to travel in 2022.
It was also the only representative in Southeast Asia to break into the list compiled by travel editors of the New York Times based on more than 2,000 suggestions. After 2 years of the COVID-19 crisis, this year's list highlights places that can deal with problems like overcrowding and climate change. Once travel begins to normalize, tourists will undoubtedly flock to Vietnam's world-famous beaches and dynamic megacities. But head on to the traditional villages of Red River Delta, and you can immerse yourself in centuries of cultural practices and a way of life at risk of disappearing, the U.S. newspaper wrote. It added that Red River Delta is crater of one hot folk singing, recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity in 2010.
While pursuing his art in Paris, Vietnamese-French painter Vincent Monluc still directed his soul towards Vietnam, his ancestral homeland. After many decades, the 70-year-old painter finally fulfilled his life's desire with the holding of an exhibition entitled Dream.
The exhibition, which took place at the Early Art Gallery in Ho Chi Minh City, displayed 95 watercolor and oil paintings. Vincent worked in many different jobs in France, but his love for painting remained firm in his heart. After returning to live in Vietnam in 2019, his creative inspiration has seemed endless. He travels all over Vietnam, exploring the country through the lens of his art. What he most cares about is people. He loves to draw workers on the streets and in villages and the countryside because he believes that this is the life and soul of Vietnam.
I paint with Western techniques, but with a Vietnamese labor and Vietnamese soul. I draw paintings that viewers can understand quickly.
There are few people nowadays who possess Vincent Monluc's watercolor technique. He paints according to the old European teaching style. His imagery is solid, so whether it is a visualization or non-visualization, the image is accurate and the colors and lighting are exquisite. Looking at his paintings, we can feel the love he has for Vietnam, for the landscapes and people of Vietnam.
Vincent was born in Vietnam in 1952. He and his family went to live in France when he was only 12 years old. He graduated from the French National School of Decorative Arts with a degree in cinema. He returned to Vietnam in 1994 to establish an animation production company in Ho Chi Minh City and decided to settle in his motherland in 2019. He has also held exhibitions in Germany, France, and the US.
And that's wrap up our news bulletin. Thanks for watching. See you next time.